The day comes in every fish keeper's life that you have to start raising brine shrimp. Today we're going to look at a product that might be the best brine shrimp hatcher out there. Hi there, it's Mike with the Fish Tank Barn. I'd like to welcome you back to the barn and welcome you to another video. Today we are going to go ahead and talk about a product that I've been interested in for quite a while. I was introduced to this product in the vendor room at the Ohio Cichlid Association convention last year. I decided not to buy it at that time. Kind of glad I didn't, because Aquarium Co-Op just started selling this product. So I decided to jump on it and pick this product up. So this product is the Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery. So I am pretty excited to pick this product up, start playing with it. So in today's video, I do want to unbox the product, show you all the pieces that come with it. Then we are going to talk about some mounting options for it, which is one of the main reasons I was interested in the product. You do have quite a few different ways to mount this, so I'm going to show you that as well. And then finally I will give you some of my thoughts, some things I think are good about the product, some things I think could be improved. And we'll go ahead and give you my final thoughts. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Okay, so let's go ahead now and get this box opened up. So now that we've unboxed the main unit, so let's go ahead and walk through all of the pieces. The first piece we're looking at here is the bottom nozzle. Next you have the thermometer and its associated red gasket. Just so you know, the one that I received was in Celsius. So if you're using imperial measurements, then you'll have to convert it to Fahrenheit. It also comes with a Ziss Never Clog air stone, a Ziss air valve, okay, next we have the lid. Also comes with a piece of rigid Airline tubing. A pipette for harvesting brine shrimp is included. Last but not least, we have the container itself. The last piece to come out of the box is the plastic stand for the unit. Now that we've emptied the box, so let's go ahead and put it together. We're going to start here with our container. You can see it's a nice hard plastic. And this is the bottom drain. It's basically like a drain plug. So you just need to put it and screw it onto the threads. And then just for future reference, once you want to harvest your shrimp, you just want to loosen this and your shrimp will come out of the spigot here. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the top. So this right here is an Airline entrance. This right here is where a heater would go, so you can actually add a heater to this. And then this is where the thermometer goes. To install the thermometer, it comes in a package like this, and so all you do is you just open it, you can just pull it apart, and the glass thermometer is revealed. There's a little red gasket right here. Basically it looks like a circle, and so you just want to stick this on. It is going to be a little bit of a snug fit, but you stick that on there, and then this goes into the thermometer hole, like so. If you didn't put the red gasket on there, the thermometer would just go straight through and into your container. The next thing we're going to do is install the Airline. So there's a nipple that's right there. Airline just goes directly on that. I'm going to run this without the air stone, but it does come with an air stone. If you were to run the air stone, you would need to trim this a little bit in order to make this fit properly. But I'm not going to mess with the air stone. I'm just going to go ahead and run it without. And then if you wanted to run a heater, you would just insert the heater into the top. I'm not going to do that, so I'm actually going to insert a piece of sponge in here. Alright, the only thing left to do to hook this up now is take a piece of Airline tubing and stick it right on the top here. And you should be good to go. Now that we have this unit all put together, let's talk about some mounting options other than the provided base. So the easiest way to mount this using the handle is just to hang it off the side of one of your tanks. So if you're kind of cramped on space, or if you're running a small fish room, don't have a lot of room to do another mounting option, this is a great option. Just hang it on the side of the tank, hook your Airline, and go ahead and start making your shrimp. Alright, so I'm going to show you another mounting option, which is probably one that I'm going to use. I may not put it in this location, but this is a good location to film it. So what I've got here is a scrap piece of 1-inch PVC. I've drilled some holes in the back and the front to put some screws in. So you want to use 2 screws so it's securely snug. But we're going to pop our screws in. And we're going to attach this to whatever wooden structure you want. So if you're in an apartment or something, you definitely want to find the studs. But we're going to stick this for demonstration purposes right here. So that's not going to go anywhere. So let me go ahead and get our blender. I'll stick it right in here, and we'll go ahead and show you how it works. So we've got our blender now. So you just stick your blender right in the hole, and it mounts very nicely right there. Kind of like that mounting, and then you could have multiple blenders going here, and then you can harvest your brine shrimp from here, and everything's great. So I really actually like using this PVC method. You can really stack them neatly, make them easy, get multiple ones going if you want. So okay, so let's go ahead and make some brine shrimp. We already do have the hatchery filled. So one of the benefits of having some saltwater tanks here in the fish tank barn is I'm actually able to get some saltwater without really having to mix much. Just go over to one of the breeding tanks, pull some saltwater out, and I'm ready to go. So I have this package of brine shrimp, which is the San Francisco Bay brand. So I'm going to go ahead and add some brine shrimp. We're going to go ahead and take this over and set it up. Alright, we now have our brine shrimp hatchery installed. The brine shrimp are going. So now we're just going to wait and see how our brine shrimp do. Alright, it's been a couple days now. Looks like our brine shrimp hatchery is going pretty well. Everything's running according to plan. So I am actually going to harvest a little bit of brine shrimp, and we'll take a look and see how it's doing. Alright, we now have the brine shrimp all harvested and into our pickle jar. So let's go ahead and feed some fish. Let me give you some of my final thoughts here on the Artemia blender. So some of the things I really do like about this product, it's got a really tough, durable design. It's not going to break, it's going to take a beating and keep on going. So I'm really impressed with the feature content as well. Really enjoy the fact that they put a thermometer in it, as well as the ability to heat it. So if you're in like a garage fish room like the fish tank barn, you can go ahead and run it with a heater if it gets cold here in the winter, and you can still keep your Artemia going. So the thing that I think is the biggest plus of this is the mounting options you have. Having it with the arm, you can mount it in a lot of different ways. You can mount it on your fish tank. You can mount it with the PVC pipe like we showed in the video. You can even make some sort of wood structure to mount it. So you can use a whole bunch of different ways to mount this, and it would be a really great product. You know, kudos to Ziss for a really good design with the actual structure and the handle of the unit, because I think it's outstanding. Do want to cover a couple things that I found that could be made better. I mean, with any product, there are things that definitely could always be a source of improvement. So one of those for sure is going to be the actual stand. That stand needs some more height to it. I know that would really change the packaging of it. Maybe some expandable legs or something, because if you have some meaty hands like I do, I mean, you're not going to get underneath that and get the shrimp out of there. So that's just something for me. It's really, it's not, none of these are deal breakers, obviously, but that's something for me. That's definitely a source of improvement. A couple other, and these are really, really minor. I think one thing is that thermometer gasket, the little red gasket that's used to keep the thermometer from falling through into the unit. Possible solution to this would be somehow having a lip or something molded into the thermometer itself, either the glass or plastic, so that you don't have to keep track of that little red gasket. Because I can see myself or anyone losing that little red gasket, you're gonna have to go find one at the hardware store or do something else, and then you're gonna be down your thermometer until you have that, so you can find that gasket again. And finally, the final one I kind of think would be kind of an interesting addition to it would be some sort of cap for the top lid. So if you don't want to use a heater, you can actually put some sort of cap on the lid, so therefore you don't have to use a sponge or something else like I've got mine right now. So now that we've made our first batch of brine shrimp, I do want to give you my final thoughts on the Artemia blender. It does retail for $44.95, which is a little bit pricey, but it is really worth the money. I found it extremely easy to use. It's extremely well built. It's versatile, so you can mount it in different places like we've shown in the video. The negatives to it are very, very minor. I don't think a lot of people would use the stand. I think it's great to just mount it on a wall, mount it on a fish tank. And then you can mount a group of them together, and you'd be ready to all set. You can make, like 3 days worth of brine shrimp. Just have one day, next day, and then be ready to go. So, it's really an outstanding product. Build quality was outstanding as well. It's tough as nails. That plastic container isn't going to go anywhere. The lid's very well built, and all the other components are very well built as well. The things that I did point out for improvement were extremely minor. I really don't think a lot of people are going to use that stand. The stand's good for storing it, but other than that, it's really not usable. Unless they made something with an extendable leg or something, that's really not a problem with this. I don't think can solve. But all in all, it's an excellent product. I do recommend you going to Aquarium Co-Op and getting one. So if they are out of stock, it is definitely worth the wait. This product will definitely up your fish breeding game if that's something you're into. So I do hope you enjoyed taking a look at this product. So if this is our first time meeting, definitely check out some of the other videos that come at the end. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Smash the notification bell so you don't miss any further updates like these product review videos and some of the other fishy content we have going on here in the fish tank farm. So that being said, stay safe out there, stay fishy, and we'll catch you on the next video.